Hi, this is Janice from Space to Relax, and the video you're about to watch is a replay of a live class I taught on Zoom. These classes are free of charge for everyone to join, so please invite your family and friends. They're suitable for beginners and those of you with more Qigong experience. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then please don't forget to hit the red subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope you enjoy the class. Hi, you're very welcome to the Qigong lesson today, everyone. And today's lesson is all about how you can use a simple houseplant in order to enhance your meditation. And the reason that I thought this would be quite an interesting one to do was I came across an article about how you can use houseplants to enhance meditation in general. And then it kind of got me thinking as to what I do with the Qigong in terms of teaching. For those of you who are in the Space to Relax program, some of you will know that there are a number of exercises that involve the use of plants and trees. And we can be out in nature enjoying them, and I think we all have that lovely feeling if we're ever walking in a forest or if we're around trees and plants, that they can be so calming, they can be really grounding and make us feel much more peaceful. So you don't have to be outside necessarily to do that. So I was thinking, as we come into the winter, even if we don't have the opportunity to be outside, if the weather's really bad, you can still practice some Qigong and practice some meditation by using any of the plants that you have inside your home. So this is just a really lovely meditation to introduce you to that. So the benefits of being around plants and using meditation with plants are mainly that, firstly, you would see a calmness in your mind. As I said, it's nice and peaceful to be around plants. The second thing is you feel much more grounded and connected with the earth and with nature when you work with plants. You also, in this meditation, will notice that it enlivens your senses because you're going to be using your senses in a lot more detail and paying more attention to them. And you also find when you connect with the chi of another living organism that you do feel very much more part of nature. It can take you away from any of your worries and anxieties about the past or about the future, and it really brings you into the present. So for those of you who've been following the live classes for a while now, you'll know that I have previous lesson recordings on coming into the present with Qigong and also using Qigong for grounding. So I'll put the links next to those lessons when I send out the replay from this one, and you might be able to then combine them together into a nice little Qigong routine. So just to begin with then, you want to be in a nice comfortable position in terms of sitting. So find yourself a chair or a stool to sit on. Ideally support your own back, but if you find or you think your back might get a little bit tired during this practice, then use a chair with a very straight upright back so that it can support your spine really well. And then just check, you can't see my feet at the moment, but most of you know by now, check that your feet are flat on the floor, that your legs are not crossed, the feet and the knees are hip-width distance apart, and you feel like you're really well connected to the ground with the soles of your feet. And then you can either rest the hands palm down or palm up, just on your thighs or on your knees, whatever is comfortable. Just have a gentle kind of loose, kind of relaxed elbows, and also just maybe picking up the shoulders and dropping them and picking them up and dropping them, just to make sure that they're very far away from your earlobes. So just check that you're nice and comfortable and relaxed to begin with. So the plant ideally should be at eye level or maybe just a little bit below, so that your gaze is just gently kind of downwards and very relaxed when you're looking at it. So this is the ideal position. I was kind of fiddling around with stools and different heights for the plant, and I sat here and just found that this height was perfect for this size of plant that I'm going to be working with today. So just now, close your eyes to bring yourself into your practice. So as always with Qigong, we begin with abdominal breathing. So the mouth is closed, the eyes are closed, the tongue is resting against the roof of your mouth, and the tip of the tongue resting against the back of your upper teeth. Bring a smile to the corners of your mouth, which helps to relax all the muscles in your face. Breathing in and out through your nose. So as you breathe in, feel the belly expand, as though you're inflating a balloon inside your lower abdomen. And as you breathe out, feeling the belly shrinking. And just settling into your practice now by relaxing firstly your body. So maybe gently noticing now any areas of tension, stiffness, discomfort, or just anywhere in your body where you might be maybe holding on to something that you don't need. And each time you breathe out, just gently say to that area, relax, or let go, just easing into any areas that you've identified as needing maybe a little bit more softening and relaxation. And also relaxing the mind as well. So noticing any thoughts that may be coming and going, and not actively trying to fight to get rid of them, but rather just observing and coming in and going out. And if you find these thoughts are really distracting, just gently bring your mind back to your breathing, telling yourself, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Now bring your attention gently to your eyes. Your eyes are still closed. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our senses to observe the plant that's in front of us as carefully as possible. So the eyes are what we're going to use first. So gently opening the eyes now to look at your plant. Now just keep your abdominal breathing going, and as you look at the plant, first of all, just take in the overall shape and structure of the plant. The height, the width, the bushiness of the plant. And then from that general observation, start to hone in on certain areas of it. So maybe now looking at the soil in which it's contained, the colour and the moisture in the soil, the texture of the soil, and then work your way up through the stem or the shoots of the plant from the soil upwards. So paying attention to the stem. Is it thick or thin? What colour is it? What texture does it have? Are the stems or the branches of the plant very uniform or all kind of all over the place? Are they very straight? Are they crooked? And as you move up through the plant, notice, are there any branches from the main stem? And now beginning to observe the leaves, the colour of the leaves, the shape of the leaves. What's the texture of the leaf? Is it very shiny and smooth, or is it more rough and dull? Are the leaves all the same colour or different colours? And how do the leaves form from the stem? Are there many, or are there just a few? Do you see any repeating patterns in how the leaves form around the stem, or in the pattern or the veins on the leaves themselves? So really using your sense of vision to make as many observations about the plant as you can. You might find that this is a plant you've had sitting in your house for a while, and you may notice something about it that you've never seen before. And now moving on to your sense of touch. So keep going with your breathing, don't forget to smile. And just with one hand now, reach out and touch the plant however you want to. And as you do so, just do so very gently. So come up to the plant with your hand and almost see if you can feel any of the plant's chi field. So every living organism contains and is made up of chi, and they all have a field that surrounds them. Generally, the bigger and healthier the plant, the stronger the chi field. So you might find as you approach the plant with your hand that you feel almost like a magnetic force or something that just feels a little bit different in terms of the texture of the air. If you do, that's great. If you don't worry about it. Just touch the plant. So pick a leaf or part of the stem and just feel the plant. Does it feel hot or cold? Does it feel smooth or rough? And if you're touching the leaves, do they feel spongy or are they fairly kind of solid? Just feeling the leaf of the plant. And maybe if you can, feeling the stem as well, what that feels like. And you may even want to go to the base of the plant and just touch the soil and see if that has any kind of texture, any kind of interesting things that you can observe. And now just letting go of your sense of touch for a while. Now, you may not have a plant with any flowers on it, but if you are working with a plant that has flowers or any herbs, then they may be giving off a smell, fragrance. So maybe move closer to the plant and see if you can notice anything in terms of fragrance from that plant. So my plant doesn't have any fragrance, but what it does, what I might find is that there is some smell from the earth. The smell of the soil is often, that lovely earthy smell. So you may want to touch that, pick up some of the soil and maybe smell that if your plant doesn't have a flower or a fragrance. And often with our sense of smell, what's really helpful to enhance that and to perceive that at a deeper level is it helps to close your eyes. So if you do have a plant where you can smell it, close your eyes and really enjoy that lovely fragrance of the plant. You can go in with your abdominal breathing. And now the last sense you're going to use is your sense of taste. Now, obviously, not everyone is going to be able to eat the plant that's in front of them, but certainly this is worth doing with any fresh herbs that you might have, or any fruit plants that you might have, and really enjoying the sense of taste from a plant, again with your eyes closed, can be really enlivening for your senses. So if you do happen to have a plant in front of you now, which you know is edible, obviously not if it's not edible, don't go poisoning yourself, but if it was an edible plant, then you would take the time now to maybe take a little piece of it and just enjoy the taste of the plant. And this can be really beneficial when you're out in nature. If you're out for a walk somewhere and you know that there are edible berries on bushes or edible plants and herbs, as long as you're sure of what they are, then it really brings another dimension to your walk if you're walking along tasting and smelling all of the plants as you go. It really brings you much closer to nature, and really, you can really connect with the chi of nature and your surroundings if you can use all of your senses like this. So if you're not able to taste your plant, just continue looking at it now. And you should be feeling at this point really kind of well connected with it in some way. Your senses are all connected with this plant that's in front of you. And because we've enhanced the connection, hopefully now we can feel the chi field of the plant a little bit more. So just bring both of your hands off your knees now and just hold them so that they're a little distance apart from each other. So the elbows are bent, the palms are facing each other. Close your eyes for a moment. And just feel the connection between your hands. We worked with this in a previous live class. So we were working with the chi ball or the energy ball in order to rejuvenate our chi levels. So I'll put the link next to that lesson along with the replay of this video. So what you're imagining here is that you're holding a ball of energy between your hands. And if you move the hands maybe just a couple of centimeters towards each other, feel as though you're squashing the ball. See if you notice any resistance as you move the hands together. And if you do, Then just allow the hands to then move back apart from each other again. And just move the hands in and out very slowly, keeping the wrists and the fingers very relaxed. Your eyes can be open or closed, whatever works better for you. Now gently opening your eyes. Maybe just move forward now towards the plant very slowly. Again, just seeing if you can feel that maybe resistance, or like you're squashing the energy ball, really connecting with the chi field of the plant. You might find as you do this that your hands start tingling and buzzing. And that's really showing you that you've got this lovely connection between yourself, your chi field, and the chi field of the plant. This is very much more powerful if you're out in nature in a forest and you're next to a huge tree. So you can feel it in your whole body as you approach the tree if you really tune into what's going on. So just feeling that chi field of the plant and just enjoying any sensations that you notice in your hands. You may want to move yourself all the way around it. And you might notice that some areas of that plant have a stronger chi field or a stronger sensation than others. So in my plant, for example, I noticed that the chi is much stronger towards the top here. So all around this top area of the plant rather than lower down. And now gently coming back away from the plant, bringing your hands back, face each other. You've still got this chi ball between your hands. So now closing the eyes, imagine that that chi ball is a fluffy ball of cotton wool. So it's very pliable. And move it around, you can stretch it out. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to move it in to Dantian in your lower belly. So Dantian, remember, is your energy or your chi center. So we're going to reabsorb the chi we've been working with. We don't want to waste it. So just bringing one hand towards the lower belly. The other hand is going to come flat on top of that. And then just pushing the chi ball in. Hands coming to rest on the lower abdomen. Dropping the shoulders. Closing the eyes. Breathing into your abdomen. As you breathe in, the belly expands. And as you breathe out, the belly shrinks. Smiling, relaxing the face. And just consolidating that lovely practice of meditating on a plant. And now keeping the eyes closed, bring the hands together in front of you and rub the palms together until they get really, really hot. For those of you wearing glasses, take them off now. And then bring each palm over your eyes, fingers facing up towards the ceiling, feeling the heat from the palms of your hands going into your eyes to nourish them, through the backs of your eyes to nourish the mind. And then to bring yourself back into the room, gently giving your face a little rub, a mini face massage. And as you do that, opening the eyes and bringing the hands back down to rest on your thighs. So that's a lovely short little meditation that you can do with your houseplants. But in terms of how you would use this in other situations, so as I said, you can use it with your houseplants and you can make it that meditation as long or short as you want. So you can spend a long time, if you really want to get into it, just meditating on a plant, or you may want to surround yourself with a number of different plants and sit in a circle of them. Whatever really makes you feel comfortable is the most important thing. Also, if you're out in nature, you can use this meditation while you're walking, so you don't have to be sitting still to do this. You can just decide as you go out walking to be more observant, using all of your senses to observe all the plants around you, or one particular tree, or something that just maybe catches your eye, and just spend that little bit more time tuning in and observing what's going on with that particular plant. And by bringing all your senses to observing plants like this, it really helps you to be more observant of yourself as well. So we have done previous classes on really observing and bringing more awareness to what's going on with our own sensations in our own bodies. So even with this part where you're looking at the plant and you're feeling into the chi field, hopefully you found sensations in the hand there as well. You noticed things were going on there. So all of this, by using all of your senses to tune into plants, you can use them to tune into yourself a lot better as well. So I really hope that you enjoyed this lovely meditation. Remember, it's grounding, it's calming, it helps with anxiety. And for those of you who are keen gardeners, if you're out even just watering plants, if you're watering your house plants or your plants outside, again, you can make that into more of a meditation by really observing and tuning into what's going on. And I think most of the avid gardeners out there will tell you, they'll tell me, I know, that they find it's a real sense of escapism for them. It really helps to calm them and clear their mind, and they really enjoy gardening because of that. So if you have any questions about this meditation or want to know more about how to use Qigong in order to enhance use plants to enhance your Qigong practice, then please get in touch with me. My email is janice@spacetorelax.com, or you can post a comment in the free Facebook group, which is Space to Relax Free Qigong Group. And as you all know, I think these classes are free for everyone to attend, so please invite your friends and family. But if you would like to donate, 50% of the funds goes towards the ICU nurses here in my local hospital. The other half goes towards the upkeep of my website. And I'll put the donation link next to the replay in the text next to the replay of this video. So I really hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.
If you enjoyed this Qigong lesson, then there are 4 things you can do right now. The first thing is to head over to my website, which is spacetorelax.com, and there you'll see that you can join up for a free 3-part video series. The second thing you can do is click the link next to this video to sign up for the live Qigong classes, as I teach these once a week. The third thing you can do is go over to Facebook if you're on Facebook and look for Space to Relax Free Qigong Group. That's my free group where you can post any questions, and please do join the group. And the fourth thing is, if you're watching this video on YouTube, then please hit the red subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos from me. I really hope you enjoyed this lesson and look forward to seeing you in the next video.